This is a standard padlock, a symbol of security all over the world. But how secure are these actually? Well, today I'm going to find out because today I'm learning how to lockpick. But I didn't want to buy a lockpicking kit since that's no fun. So instead, I'm going to be learning to pick locks with nothing but 2 paper clips. Let's get started. Okay, so here is this exact lock that I got on at Walmart. So it's the Hyper Tough laminated steel padlock. And if we go, let's go to the reviews to see how secure they say it is. Okay, lock it up. This padlock was perfect replacement for my master lock. It's a pretty tough lock. My brother had to break into my house shed when I lost my key, so I replaced it with the same one. So he clearly didn't pick the lock, he just cut it. Heavy lock, good padlock, it's heavy steel, weight does not feel cheap nor like it's a toy. So in general, this is a pretty well-reviewed lock, and it seems like a lot of people trust it. So we're going to see just how trusting this lock is, because I'm going to try to pick this lock with only paper clips as somebody who's literally never picked locks before. So before I even get started, we have to understand just how lock picking works. So if we look at a lock, we can see these little pins here. And when you put your key in, all these pins align, you twist it, and it's unlocked. But the problem is, if you were going to try to pick the lock and then not have any tension on it, the little pins are just going to drop back every time. So if we apply tension to the lock here, and then we go ahead and pick in this location, then we should be able to unlock the lock. Sounds easy enough, but I couldn't imagine it's as easy as it sounds. So I've got 2 standard paper clips here. Like, I could have bought a lock picking kit, but I decided that's kind of lame and I want to try it the hard way. So first thing we need to do is to make a tension wrench, and a tension wrench looks like this. So I'm just going to use my brain to see if I can figure out how to make a tension wrench. So I'm just going to unfold this paper clip, right? And then I'm going to pull it like this, maybe? Yeah, let's try this. Let's try to squish this together like this. So I have this little thing going on here. And then I'm going to just bend the end so it can make a tension wrench, right? So I'm going to bend the end off like, maybe like that. Bam, baby, that's how you do it. Okay, so now I have a little bit of tension to apply. This part looks a little too wide for me, so I'm just going to bite it. I don't recommend it because it's probably terrible for your teeth, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, so I have bitten this down a little smaller, so now it looks like this. And then we also need one to actually do the picking part on the lock. So we're going to need to unfold a paper clip like this, and then just like make a little hook, right? Seems simple enough. Like this maybe. Yeah, I guess let's just try that. So now we have both tools, one with this little loop on the end, and then we have another one with this little hook thing on the end. So if I'm understanding how this works properly, I need to be able to put this in here and then apply tension like that. And then I need to be able to, oh, I thought it unlocked. I was like, what? Okay, so I apply tension here, and then I take, what? Okay, I promise, this lock is not a gimmick. I'm hitting it here, I'm pulling it here, it's not coming off, so look. Just a standard lock, we got the top here, and then I'm taking the key, putting it in the top, and I'm unlocking it, and bam, it unlocks. I'm locking it fully back in. Okay, so let's do the same thing again. So I took the little piece that I made here, put it in the end, and then I just stuck it all the way down, and I twisted it. Okay, let's try to figure this out here. And that's it. It's unlocked just like that. That is ridiculous. That is way too easy. I don't know why with this lock I don't need to pick the other part of the lock, but don't buy Hyper Tough locks. They are absolute garbage. Unfortunately, this is not my end goal, but that is ridiculous. People are trusting this to lock up their valuables. This had such great reviews on it, and it's terrible. Okay, so obviously this lock is a bit of a joke, and you're better off just writing a note that says, hey, please don't take my stuff, than putting this piece of garbage on it. But just to make sure, I went out into the garage and I found this lock. I've had this lock for years and honestly have no idea where the key is. So I'm gonna see if I can't pick it. This is a Brinks lock. It is still a 45mm lock, so locks do have different sizes like this, which I wish I had 2 different sized ones, but it's fine. They all work under the same mechanics, but they're both 45mm locks, but they're 2 different brands. And this one has a lot bigger shackle for some reason. And bam, we have our tools. Okay, so this is the new lock. This is the Brinks lock instead of the Master Tough Lock with pin dropping technology that I cracked in less than a few seconds with literally one paper clip. So Master Tough Locks, not so tough after all. Let's see about these locks. I need to be able to actually get this crap in here though. All right, so this one's already a bit more secure in the way that it doesn't unlock with just one paper clip, so I guess that's kind of promising. Okay, I just made sure this thing does have pins in it. I want to make sure there wasn't some sort of special lock that had some weird key. It does indeed have a lot of pins in it. The tension, on the other hand, is a little odd because I'm not really feeling like I'm making a difference. Okay, so there's a certain point that I've realized by practicing with this lock, which is much easier, is that once you get it to the back and you twist it, you can almost hear, I'm gonna put it next to the microphone. You can almost hear and like physically feel a little click that's going on there, which is interesting. So clearly some locks are made much more superior to others, as this one, with just a couple seconds of finding that click point I was talking about. Are you serious? You're making me look bad. Lock. Come on, lock. Trying to look like a professional here. Oh gosh dang it. There we go. With a little bit of time, you can feel it click in and then you can get it to unlock like that. With this lock, on the other hand, it's much, much tougher. And much tougher in the way that when I stick this in and I twist, I'm finding very little to no room of movement, if that makes sense. Okay, on this lock, the pins are definitely very audible when you're hitting them. And looking at these locks, like they're almost identical, and the fact that this key almost gets in there, but doesn't quite unlock it, or it will unlock this one. So I'm not sure what that's about. I'm assuming that the pin should be at the top, like it is on this one. I'm trying to see if I can. Oh, let's try this. Like I'm not hearing any pin clicks. It definitely turns to the right. Okay, so I think I had a stroke of genius, so I wrapped a paper clip around another paper clip, hoping for better, great English. Look at this contraption. Look at this ridiculous contraption. And I still can't unlock the stupid thing. Yes! Yes! Oh, oh my gosh, that was such, oh my gosh, yes, 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 yes. Let's go, that's how you do it, baby, woo! Okay, so let me explain to you exactly what just happened there. So I was able to actually see the pins, the first pin in the top of here, and what I realized was that when I was putting this wrench in, I was putting it too high. So essentially when I was applying the torque and I was tightening it, it was blocking my ability to get to the pin. So instead I took this and I made it as small as possible and I wedged it way, 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 way down at the bottom. That way I had plenty of room. And then I just lifted up that first pin, and once I got the feeling of how that first pin fell, I just wiggled my way all the way to the top and eventually unlocked it. So clearly this lock sucks. Don't ever get this lock. This Brinks lock is definitely much, much better, but still absolutely crackable. To be honest, all these padlocks are probably crackable. But that's all I have for you guys today. That is how you pick a lock with paper clips. I honestly didn't think it was gonna be that easy, but I'm excited that it was, and honestly, that was super, super fun. So what did we learn today? Should we even be using padlocks? Well, just to be clear, this lock is $5 and this lock is $25. So there is a price difference of 5 times the amount. But I wouldn't necessarily say that it's 5 times harder, because while this one only took me a few seconds and this one took me 20 minutes, it was only because I wasn't really understanding the fundamentals of how to unlock this lock. But anybody who's an experienced lock picker would unlock this in just a few seconds. So while the more expensive the lock gets, probably the more difficult it gets, in general, I would say to avoid padlocks. And just so you know, these kind of locks are just the kind of locks that lock your front door. So if you're a paranoid person, I'd recommend updating to something a little more secure, maybe a camera, maybe an alarm, or some sort of electronic lock. But for now, I would avoid padlocks as they are way too easily bypassed. And I know some people might say that, you know, you only have 2 brands of locks here, so that's not really a good test. But if you look at the channel Lockpicking Lawyer, which is where I got the idea for doing this video from, you will see that all kinds of locks from all different brands have all kinds of manufacturing problems that are easily bypassed. So I would personally stay away from these locks and stick with something a little more secure. But anyways, guys, that was me learning how to lockpick. If you want to see anything like me cracking combination locks, dial locks, bike locks, I would be interested in doing that. Let me know if you want to see that in the comments below, or any other skill in general you want me to learn. And if you did make it all the way to the end of the video, don't forget to leave a like. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.